What's up, everybody? This is John again with Texas ATS Customs, and we're going to cover murals and wrapping around sleepers and how to make them look right, look even on both sides, and not all fucked up. So, I'm going to show you how I do it. Everybody has their own unique way, but this is the way I found that it works for me. And if you're familiar with my skins, you've been to my website, you've seen the skins I've made, so you see the kind of results I come out with. And there was a period where I was putting these skins out awfully quick, and that's because it's such an easy process for me that I'm able to do this quickly, fast, like an assembly line. I'm able to do several skins at one time because of this process. So here's what we're going to cover. Alright, I brought up a couple of my murals I've made. These are the custom made murals that you have seen on some of my skins. And as you can see, these are actually what was placed on the truck. From the dead center on, wraps around the sides. Now, so you've seen these. I'm pretty sure they've been out there. So some of y'all have noticed them. Some of y'all use them. But either way, I'm going to show you how I do it. And what we're going to do for this purpose is I'm going to put this horse on it. We're going to wrap this horse around it. Now, if you're familiar with my skins and everything I do, you'll notice that it's the Viper and the Outlaw I use most of the time. People ask why. Well, the reason why is because, number one, they're both really quality made mods. Excellent. And also, they are you can remove the cab extenders. This does not work with the cab extenders. It just doesn't look right. Some people don't give a shit. I give a shit, and it doesn't look right. If you can't get a flush corner, a smooth corner, and nothing is obstructed like the cab extenders, the arrow extenders, whatever you want to call them, the things at the end of the back of the sleepers, if you can't remove them, then it's not going to look right. And for one thing is the way the game maps it. The skins are reversed on the opposite side of the cab extenders, so it doesn't look right. From my perspective, it does not look right. It ruins the mural, ruins the picture. So that's why you see me use Viper and Outlaw. Okay, now for this purpose, I got these templates up. These are for the Viper or Outlaw. Right now, currently, they use the same template, and I'm gonna show you. Now, starting with the 72-inch sleeper, as you see right here, zoom in. You notice, we all have noticed, skinners have right here. Let me see, give me a little thing so I can show you. That way I know. Alright, right there. Where the sleeper angles upward, it's a bitch to get murals right with the 72-inch. That's why you don't see very many. I think I may have had one or two murals I've made, and it was a bitch to get them lined up. You can fight it if you want to. I usually don't fight them. I stick to stripes, and I stick to solid lines that go around the corner, not complex images like pictures and murals and things. But right there's an issue on the 72-inch. Keep that in mind. Now you see a mass majority of my designs are on these: the 63-inch flat top, raised roof, and the coffin sleeper 36-inch. And reason why is because, like I said previously, it's the cab extenders can be removed. Now, let me go ahead and show you how I do it. This is how I do it. This is exactly how I do it. Take your template. Take your truck. Copy the whole thing. Okay? Copy it. Control C from paint.net. Go up to new. You're going to start a new project. Go up to new. Okay, now you see how you have the size? Well, in paint.net, whenever you copied, that's going to be the height and the width right here. Height and width, 4267, 4267. That's the width and height of the template itself. We want a bigger canvas. We want something really, really, really bigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on up to the width and height. And we're going remember, the bigger you're doing, the more of a strain you're putting on your computer, or it might not matter if you have a badass computer, but just keep in mind that you're working with a whole lot bigger now. So you can don't go above 70. I usually go about 67 to 70, and make sure they're both 67. You're just going to work with an exact square. and then click OK. So that's all we did, was we copied the template, and we're going to increase the size to a 67 by 67 width and height canvas project, whatever the hell. If you use a Photoshop, I don't know what it's called, a project or whatever. So open you up a new one. There we go. We got our new one, and it's big. Now we copied our template, remember? Let's make a new layer. Got us a new layer right here. We're going to copy and paste our template in there. There's our template. Okay. Now I drag it down here into the bottom right corner of, and you can actually erase that background. You don't need it. Alright, now the template, I'll put it down here in the bottom right corner. And the reason why is because, do you see the sleeper right here, the back of the sleeper? There you go. That's where everything is going to happen. And I want the back of the sleeper pretty much damn near even to the right, even to the left. I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. Make another layer. This is just for me showing you an example. Take the edge of the sleeper. That's what I'm talking about. Everything to the left of that sleeper, everything to the right of the sleeper. I want it pretty much even. But rule of thumb is just take the template and slide it to the bottom right to where nothing is cut off, but pretty close to it. That's perfect, because you don't need anything else on this template other than the back of the sleeper, because that's where it starts from. The wraparound has to start from the back of the sleeper. Okay, delete that. Now, okay, now you see what I did. Back up real fast, like I just told you. You're gonna copy your template. You're gonna make a way bigger project, way bigger canvas, whatever you feel like you need to work with. And then what you're gonna do is place it into the bigger canvas. Now, I'm gonna make another layer. I don't want to go into too much detail, but if you're going to be working with your project as far as the blending and erasing and the mixing pictures together, designs together to get what you need, then you go ahead and put your color down first, your base color of whatever you think the truck's going to be. So black, check the tick box, get it off of here. But here's what you do. Take your picture. I said we're going to use this horse just for this example. I'm going to copy the horse. I'm going to go back over here to my project. Zoom in just a tiny bit. I'm going to place the horse. Okay. You can already kind of see what in the hell it is I'm doing. It's not hard. Now, I'm placing it in regards to the back of the sleeper. You can use these lines. You see the line that runs straight down dead center of the sleeper? Use that as one of your guidelines. Zoom in as close as you need to if that helps you to get it even more accurate. And you can see a little bit of gray right there. You can move it over until the gray is gone. Up here at the top, see that line? Not the very top line, but the one line below it on the template. That line. Use that as another guideline. That way you know everything is straight, and just move it up just a little bit until you see no more of that line. That way you know it's accurate. Now, there was another trick to this thing I'm going to show you. You want to know what it's going to be like on the side of the truck, how far down it's going to go. Well, here's what you can do. Go back to your template layer. Go down to it. Draw you a box around the driver's side of the truck. The only thing you need to copy is the truck itself, the cab. Don't worry about all the other shit that's going to come with it. Copy that. Make you a new layer right above that template layer. Go up here to the side. Paste it. Now look what you got. Now, what you can do is you can just slide it and position it to where it's touching, just like it would on a real truck, where it's going to wrap around. Line up your lines. It does not have to be accurate, but it can be. The only reason you're putting this on the side of this right now is to give you an example of how far down your design is going to go. If you're curious if it's going to reach to the door, if it's going to reach to the hood, or wherever the hell it's going to go. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back up to the horse, delete the horse. I'm going to go up here, back to the horse picture. I'm going to flip the horse around the other way because I want it to go on the driver's side. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to paste my horse. I'm going to do the same thing I did a second ago. Starting here, I'm going to line it up on the back of the sleeper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it down and adjust it. Now, this shows you exactly how far it's going to go along that sleeper. where it's going to get cut into, and etc., etc. It does not have to be up there to the top line on the back sleeper. That's just what I did for this. So if you want it to be smaller to where the horse ain't cutting into the door, then make the picture smaller, and then go down to another line. I mean, you can actually use any line you want to. You can actually use boxes. You can make boxes and go off of those boxes. I'll give you an example. Here was what we can do. Okay. Do F4, by the way. Make it transparent. Now, you can see what's behind the horse. You see where it's at on the truck, where it's going to be positioned when it wraps around. Alright, so here's what you can do. Make you another layer. And this is going to be like your guide box layer, guideline layer. Go up to your fill mode on your boxes. You want solid shapes, and get you just a solid shape. No outlines, no nothing, just a solid color box. And just pick your color, whatever is easy for you to see. Do red. And like I said, start up here to one of these lines and make you a box. This is how far you need the box to go. It doesn't have to it has to start on one of the lines. That's how you know that's how you make it even. But let's go back to the horse. Now we want the horse to see how far we can go down with the horse. Okay. Let's see. We want the horse to go all the way down, but we don't want it cut off. Well, you're not going to have much luck with this one because of the picture I chose, but you get the idea of it. So we'll just say the horse is going to go to the end of the sleeper, or the first of the sleeper. So we'll just do that, okay? Alright. Fuck it. We'll just do that. So, alright. So we're going to leave it at that. Alright. We know how far down the horse is going to go. It's going to go to right there on the sleeper. So here's what you're going to do. Go back up to your little guide box layer, like I told you. It's going to be a completely layer with a colored box. Take your box, start at one of the lines. We're going to stop at that top line, and make sure you can look and tell. Just drag it up just a little bit until you get rid of the gray. Got it. Now bring it on down to how far you want it. It could be all the way down here. It could be all the way up here. It's however far you need it to be. Okay, and then you make your box. Okay, take this box, copy, and paste. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, those boxes are even. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this horse, go back to your horse layer. You're going to copy it, or your picture, whatever the hell you're doing. The hell? Anyway, you're going to copy this horse exactly like it is on here, because that's the size you need it. And then you're going to, I don't know how you do it in Photoshop, but anyway, I'd make a new thing, new project, whatever. I paste the horse and then I flip it around. Copy it. Go back into here, make another layer right above the horse, the design layer. Paste it. And that's how you know. And then what you do is you make sure, which I didn't do on this one, I eyeball most of my stuff because I've been doing it so long that I don't really necessarily need. Hold on. Alright. There you go. So you put the horse there, dead even with that line, and you make it to where it's touching that red guide box, the guideline you made. Go back to the new horse you made. Grab it. And then just make it match it. Make sure it's identical all the way down to the last pixel. Trust me, that pixels will mess it up. It makes a difference. Alright. Then go back over here. Okay, you can merge layers down. There you go, they're both on the same layer. As it stands right now, these horses are identical. They are the exact same height and width both ways. They're mirrored. Now here's where the wrapping comes around. Once you get your design stretched out, see, this is how it works. I'll show you by bringing in one of these that I made. This is going to show you what I was talking about. I'm going to hide the horses for right now. Now you kind of see what I'm talking about now. This mural I think was even with the top line, but keeping it dead center. Now you understand what I'm saying. This is going down the hood right here. This is the truck. This is the design you saw. So here's how you do this to make the horses wrap around here and make sure they're always going to be accurate. Okay, go on your design layer. I call it a horse layer, but go on your design layer, whatever you pick. And you don't need these guide boxes no more for this layer. You can delete them. And why is that shit still there? There it is. Okay, the guide boxes should be gone. They're gone. Okay, you don't need them. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to, on the design layer, the horse layer I call it, the layer that has your picture that's been collapsed, it's been merged, you're finished with it basically. Once you're finished with all your layers and you're done with it and you're ready to apply it to the actual template, this is when you need to make another box. Now, if whatever color your truck is, whatever the base color is, make a box, another solid color box, the exact same base color of your truck. And here's what you're gonna do. Drag you a box that's kind of thin. And make it, since this would be black, since you see these horses are black, this is what I would do. Make you a little thin box that is barely covering that gray line, but big enough to where you can still work with it. Yeah, you can make it that big if you have this much of a blank space, but it all depends on how complex your mural is. You only need this for a guide. That's all it is. And the reason why you make it at the same color is so that it will blend in with the paint. Or 9 times out of 10, once you position it, you can erase it if it doesn't cut into the paint. But look at what we did. Drag it out a little more to where it goes past the side of the sleeper, the back of the sleeper. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Copy and paste, make you another little guideline on the other side of the sleeper. Right there. Make sure it covers that gray line on the template completely. No pixels off. Alright. Now you see what we did. We made guidelines on the actual design. Okay. Now, you're going to do, if you're on paint.net or Photoshop, whatever, you need to make it a little transparent. Use F4 and bring it to a little bit of transparency. You want to see the outline of the sleeper. So, alright. Zoom in pretty damn close. You see how close I am right now? Because you want to be able to make sure that you are grabbing what you need down to the pixel. So here's what you're going to want to do. Go right here, get your selector box, and you want to select the sleeper right there where I have it. You can see, actually I need to zoom in some more so I can show y'all. Okay. You want to grab everything to the right. Basically, do you see where this blue box is? See this little gray line right here and these little gray dots that were cut into this template? That's actually part of it. That will make a difference on the skin, and it's some reason it's on the right side of the sleeper, but you want to grab all of that. So your little bitty divider line, which I'll show you right here, the little grabber line, nope, that's not gonna work. See how I have it? You want to get it where it is, right there. You want to grab everything to the right of this. You want your little perforated line to be dead center on that gray line. Got it? All right. Know what the hell I just did. All right. Delete. Okay, now like once I showed you what it is you're having to grab, here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab it. It take practice, take time. You'll figure it out by looking at these little checkboard squares like that. See where I'm at? I got it. You want to grab all of that. This is going to be the right side of the truck. Drag it all the way down. Make sure you want to get all of your design in there. Right there. That grabbed it all. I'm going to do Control C or copy, whatever hell it is for Photoshop. I don't know. So now you see what I did? I grabbed the right side of the truck. And I even got the, make sure you get this up in there too, that little guideline you made up at the top. Now let's go on back to our template. Here it is, the regular template. Now, just like you do in any of your other dance skins. So you're gonna do this, make you some layers, put your base color down. Alright, you're gonna apply it. There she is. And that was the passenger side. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go zoom all the way in as close as we need to. And we're gonna look. Remember that line? See that line up there? That line was the same one that wraps around the back of the sleeper. You want to make sure that just like that, just covers the gray part, whatever you need to. And you need to slide this in, and you can see it on this template. As a matter of fact, remember I was telling you about the right side of the sleeper hangs over a little bit. Well, there you can see it. It looks like it's a shadow gray, like it's a double shadow. So you want that to go like that, not like that. Like that. You want it to grab all of it and go back up here to make sure you, like I did just now, I got off of it. There it is. There it is. That's even. That's even. You're dead center. Dead even. Alright. I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna do the same damn thing, and I'm gonna grab the left side. Oh, and I don't need that other side of the template, the sleeper, no more, because all that was there for is just to show me how far down it was going to go. Now this one is not like the right side. You don't have that little shadow overhanging, so just grab it right there. Just get the dark side within your grabber tool. So drag that sucker down, go on, get your little thing, copy, go back to your template, make you a new layer. And I fucked that all up, didn't I? Not paying attention. Alright, there we go. Bam, now we're cooking with fish oil. Alright, same thing, slide this. The left side's a lot more accurate than the right side as far as that gray line that runs down the back of the sleeper. So make sure you get your line at the top straight, and make sure you're like right dead over the line, or well, even with the line. Top looks good, back looks good. That's it. It's straight. Now we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're grabbing the back of the sleeper. Now this is gonna be just the opposite of the other way. What you're gonna want to do is, when you grab it, you want the dark line like that. You want the dark line inside. So you're gonna grab that, drag it around here, and with this side over here, it's the exact same way. You want to grab the line, which is right there, if you look, and then I go over one more pixel, bam, just like that. You want to grab it all, and make sure I grabbed it. Did I grab the lines? Yeah, I grabbed those. So do copy that, go back to your template, make you a new layer. There you are. There it is. Let's zoom on in. Make sure we get this lined up. There it is. That's her. If that side's right, you know this side's going to be right, and that's it. Now, the reason why I went, like I said, with these guidelines at the top up here is because it was going to be black. See, you don't see them, they're gone. Or you erase them, you don't need them no more. Those little lines, you're done. Now that means what you just see right now is when you complete your skin, this horse is going to be to the pixel even, all the way wrapped around. Now that's how you do it. It all starts with this. As you can see, it all starts with that. That's the basis for everything, is having you a bigger canvas, and it works off the back of the sleeper and it goes its way out to the left and right. Make sure your lines are in the dead center and even. Make your left side first or right side first. I say left side first because you can always do that copy and pasting like this of the sleeper and place it up here. It's easier than doing the right side up here, but yeah, anyway. So start on your driver's side and make the left side. Makes the left side dead even with this center right here, this line. And once you're done with the left side, you can always copy and paste it if it doesn't have words, no fonts. Otherwise, you know, it'll mirror it. But anyway, if it's just a picture design, flames and skulls and naked chicks, then yeah, make your left side first, even to the middle. Copy it, paste it into a new project, flip it around, come back in, make your new layer, and apply it. And position it to where it's dead even with the other side. Merge it down. There you go. Not hard. Super easy. Trying to think if I left anything out. I don't think I did. Well, if I did, then it just gives me an excuse to make another damn video. But yeah, so anyway, there it is, guys. So good luck. Let me see some good badass paint jobs out there, and buck fucking ride the big truck. Have a good one, guys.